All right, so I found a check in my mailbox for approximately $1,500, and it was pretty exciting. I'd say it was the most exciting thing I got in the mailbox since I was ordering bongs off the internet. You know, um, I recently moved, I guess, and unbeknownst to me, there's a credit on my account for my old unit for $1,500. So I was like, holy shit! It just kind of and found it in there, and I had moved and I had been moved for like a month and a half, so they're just kind of sitting in there, all that money, and I was like, wow, because it was funny too because I had kept telling myself that there's no way there's anything that important in the fucking mailbox. There's no way there's gonna be a check for $1,500 inside the mailbox, but lo and behold, there was. So there's that, and in other news, there's a new AI machine coming for your employment. It goes by the name of Claude Design, and it is a AI designing app. I mean, that's kind of it. It just designs shit. It makes PowerPoints. It makes websites and shit. Something that's been pretty. I don't know if consolidated is the right word, but it's like easy as fuck now. Like, you ever heard of a thing called Shopify or Squarespace? It just takes some patience. You know, you can make a website. You could go on Adobe Photoshop, or ever heard of a little thing called Google Slides? It's like I don't really know what the whole fucking hoopla is about, to be honest, because it's like, dude, designing is just like it's cool, but it's also like it doesn't feel like as much of an art as it is a tool. Like designing is a tool, I feel like, if that makes any sense. Like, that's how I see it. I feel like art is an expression where design is a tool. It's like because you're designing something to fulfill a purpose, I guess. And it's like, well, where art is more so of like you're expressing an emotion. And my kind of thought with the whole AI thing is that because there's these kind of programs and these resources getting created, it's going to kind of weed out the people who are in the art industry who don't really make art. Like they make stuff, but it's not really art, and that's kind of cool, in my opinion. And if I lose my job, it's like whatever. I guess I don't know. I could just I don't know. I mean, I don't really think I will. I do think about it, but I also don't really feel threatened by it, I guess. And then the last thing I wanted to touch on for the sake of the algorithm is this rapper named David. You may have heard of him. I don't listen to his music. I don't really listen to any modern music, but he was charged with the murder of I think it's like a 17-year-old girl. Like it's like a young girl, a girl who shouldn't be murdered. And he was charged with that murder. And it was interesting to me because like a few months ago, or maybe even longer than that, they found the dead body of the female in the trunk of his Tesla, which is like, bro, you have a Tesla? But yeah, I was like, well, how could it not be him? I'm like, how is it? They're like, oh, we don't think it's him. It's like, how? Literally, I don't understand how that's possible. But now he's in jail, which I guess is good. You know what I mean? Hopefully, he's not gonna murder anyone else. You know what I mean? So there's that. I mean, I think he's guilty. I don't think the logistics matter. I mean, the girl was in his car. He at least knows who murdered her if it wasn't him. So there's that, you know, it's murder in the States. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this little drawing. It was fun. I'll probably be making more of these videos, so expect that. I have some ideas for some stuff, so just prepare for future content and subscribe and like if you didn't already. And yeah.